Alright, so here we are on lesson 12, estimating digits in a quotient. So you should be on page, let's see, there are no page numbers on this. So you should be on the lesson 12 page, but we're actually going to skip over to the next page, and we're going to skip to where it says exercise 1. Alright, so everybody find exercise 1 here where it says 1008 divided by 48. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to estimate the quotient. So that means that we're going to round. So we want to be able to do this in our head. So I'm going to round 1008 down to 1000. And then if we're going to divide, something close to 48 would be 50. And we know that 1000 divided by 50 is 20. So we've estimated. And now we're going to kind of use that estimation and the forgiveness method to divide. Alright, so we have 48 on the outside, and then 1008 on the inside. Draw your line all the way down. Alright, so we know that we need to be somewhere close to 20. Alright, so let's start by taking out 10 groups first. So we know 10 times 48 is 480, so we're going to subtract 480. So this is an 8, and we have to borrow, this is a 9 and a 10. So this is a 2, and this is a 5. And so we're left with 528, so let's take out another group of 10. So we're going to subtract another 480 here. So when we subtract, this is 8, borrow, and this is a 4. And we know that one group of 48 goes into 48, so we're going to subtract, and we are left with 0. So now when we add these up on the side, we end up with 21. So our answer here would be 21, which is pretty close to 20, which is what we estimated. Alright, so now it says to check your work, so that means we're going to take the 21 now, and we're going to multiply it by 48 because that's what we divided by. So 8 times 1 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, put the 0 in, and then we have 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, so we're going to add, I'm going to go over here, so we have 8, and then 10, carry the 1, and another 10, so we get our 1008, so check mark, smiley face, we are good to go. Alright, so flip on over to the next page, and we're going to do example 2 now, same idea. So first it says to estimate the quotient, right? If we rounded to 2500, we still wouldn't be able to divide in our head. So I'm going to round down to 2400, and I'm going to divide. We can divide by 30 in our head, and we know that that's 80. Alright, so now we've estimated. Now we're going to use the forgiveness method. So we have 2508 on the inside, 33 on the outside, draw our line all the way down. Alright, so we know we're trying to get to 80. Alright, so why don't we start with maybe 70 groups? Alright, and if you don't know what that is off the top of your head, and we'll check it over here. So 70 times 33. 3 times 0 is 0. This is 21. Put the 0 in the placeholder. 3 times 0 is 0. 7 times 3 is 21. So if we add those up, we get 0, 1, 3, and 2, which is smaller than 2508. So I'm going to subtract 2310. So this is an 8 to borrow, so this is a 4. 10 minus 1 is 9. 4 minus 3 is 1. And 2 minus 2 is 0. Alright, so now we're trying to get into 198 here. And let's check 6 maybe. So 33 times 6. 6 times 3 is 18. Carry the 1. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 1 is 19. And look, there we go. It is 198. So we subtract 198. And we get 0. So when we add these over here, we see that our final answer is 76. So now when we go down here to check it, we are going to do 76 times 33. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 7 is 21, plus 1 gives us 22. Put the 0 for the placeholder. 3 times 6 is 18, carry the 1. 3 times 7 is 21, plus 1 is 22. So when we add these down, we get 8, this is a 0, carry the 1, a 5, and a 2. And that's what we started with originally, so check mark. smiley face. We are good to go. Alright, we're going to do one more example altogether here. I think we're getting the hang of it. So we're going to estimate first. So we can round this to 2,100. And then we think, what can we divide that by? We can divide that by 30, which is close to 28. So when we do that, we get 70. So our answer is going to be somewhere near 70. So when we do the forgiveness method now, we are going to have 2,156 on the inside, 28 on the outside, and draw your line. Alright, so we know it needs to be close to 70, so let's start with 60 groups maybe. And if we multiply 60 by 28, 8 times 0 is 0, 6 times 8 is 48, placeholder, 2 times 0 is 0, 6 times 2 is 12, so when we add those up, 0, 8, 6, and 1. So we're going to subtract 1,680. So we get 6. We borrow, this is 0. 15 minus 8 is 7. Borrow again, this is a 10. Minus 6 is 4. So we are left with 476. Alright, so let's try 10. So that's something we can do easily in our head. So we're going to subtract 280 now. So we get 6. We have to borrow, this is a 3. 17 minus 8 is 9. And then we get 1 here. Alright, so we're left with 196. So maybe let's try 5s. So 28 times 5 off to this side here. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 2 is 10. Plus 4 is 14. So we're going to subtract 140. So we get 6 and a 5. And then, let's see, let's try 1. If we subtract 28, we get, if we borrow, 4. We end up getting 28 again, which means we'll have to take out one more 1, which will get us down to 0. I ran out of room here. So if we add these up, 5 plus 1 is 7, and 6 plus 1 is 7. So our actual answer is 77. And then to check that, we will do 77 times 28. 7 times 8 is 56. Carry the 5. 7 times 8 is 56. Plus 5 is 61. Put the 0 in the placeholder. 2 times 7 is 14. Cross off the 5, put the 1. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. So now when we add, we get 6, 5, this is 11, carry the 1. So we get 2,156, which is what we wanted. So check mark, smiley face, and we are good to go. Alright, and that's all we're going to do for this video. Alright, we'll do some more practice in class. So make sure you just bring any questions that you have to class tomorrow and we will go over them.